tuning in to Let's Talk About It Media 21. I hope you're having a great day. Stay positive, stay focused. Let's get to it. What is the hot topic that's going on YouTube or Instagram? Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged, in our opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Don't forget, the Cash App is Let's Talk About It Media. Thank you for all your love and support.
So don't forget to comment, but be kind, and also turn on the notification bell. If you don't want to leave a comment, that's fine. You could always leave a thumbs up, a heart, a rose. Any and every positive interaction really, really helps the page. So as you know, many people have been talking about Larry Reid. Larry Reid and his staff. Larry Reid in regards to him and who he's dating. And many people feel that he has gaslighted his ex-wife, trying to put her in the forefront so people will focus on her situationship versus his situationship. They also feel that he has, Larry Reid also likes to talk about other pastors, and he's doing almost allegedly, all comments are alleged. Fair use. This is an worker of Larry Reid. He's trying to call him a disgruntled ex-employee. No, I don't know. Well wishes on that. He seems to have notes. He has voice recording. He has pictures. He has a lot of things. Some things I'm not going to be able to show. You basically have to go over there, and many people remember Buddha, Terrell Hill. And we're going to talk about what's going on over there and what's been happening. So many people are talking about Larry Reid is exposed in regards to the ex-employee exposes it all. So let's listen in.
Has not served the masses. So as the universe wills, I am presented an opportunity to come clean. Let me start by apologizing to all that have been affected by what I'm about to address, but suffered long because of my silence. I must also seize the moment to offer my apologies to one person in particular, Elisa Dunn. I know what it is to play a part in a network where victims were created. And to be honest with you, I didn't say anything at all. And it's one of my biggest regrets. It's the reason why I'm really doing this video. Specifically, there are two people that I carry in my heart because I should have spoke up and I didn't. And though I think it's too late.
I have to stop it and play it. Yes, you're going to see my finger. This is a video that he did in 2003. And now he's speaking out in regards to people were trying to expose Larry Reid in 2003 and I believe 2022. So he's speaking to that in regards to, I think Larry knew that he was going to come out and say more. I really do. I really, really do. And we know the TD Jakes thing, but this is him on his YouTube page talking about exposing and talking about what people go through. And, you know, Larry has tried to shine a light on others, but he kind of wants to say, have you ever had Pastor P? I'll say it that way. And he jokes about different things. Many people feel that Larry hasn't been open and honest. And then if he's being open and honest, he'll try and laugh it off. Let's continue. I have to stop it, play it. I'll probably stop it, play it one more time because I don't want to, this probably won't get monetized. So if you don't mind sending donations to help the page, that'll be really, really great. This is his story to tell. Let's continue.
To stir the waters now, I want to say to you two specifically, I am so sorry. It will be self-explanatory by the end of this episode why I needed to apologize to Lisa. And by the way, hi, my name is Vincent Terrell Hill. Some call me Buddha. Some call me V. Terrell Hill. And for some of you, you call me Elder Vincent Terrell Hill. I worked with Larry Reid from Larry Reid Live from 2003 to 2018. In that time, I was everything from a personal assistant, executive assistant. I traveled statewide and internationally. But most importantly, I am the creator and originator of the Larry Reid Live Show. Throughout those 15 years, 13 years were spent in a sexual relationship with Larry Reid.
Allegedly.
For a while, I believed I was the only one, or rather, the only man.
Allegedly.
However, Larry made me aware after our sexual relationship was over, I wasn't. I will disclose the other men in the church he's had some sort of sexual relationship with outside of me as we move forward. Most of what I say in this video is provable. Everything else I saw with my own eyes or those directly connected to it told me. None of this is secondhand information.
I did take my condom on having it is in your ass. So it's, my spirit is in you.
Yes. While he was married.
The first 5 minutes, the first 10 minutes is going to blow your mind when you go watch his YouTube video. I'm not going to state what he just said, but he talked about being with him and that his spirit is within him because he's been with him for so long. What? So concerning, so concerning, so concerning. This man was having whole relationships, gathering money from the community to fund his relationships with these people. You know why he did this? I will say, and like I said, all comments are led, just our opinion, given our opinion. I feel that he did not want to have a church anymore because if he would have had a church, he would have been exiled from the church because of his alleged behavior. Think about it. A lot of these pastors are doing the most because they want to hide stuff, have these different relationships outside of their marriages. I've seen it. I've grown up with it. You'll hear that this pastor is dating this person, how he holds this person, prays with this person. Oh, this pastor, all my life. This pastor cheated with this person. This pastor's a little too friendly. This is going on at the church. That's going on at the church. Because a lot of them haven't been exposed. So we have this situation in regards to Larry Reid trying to talk about Manasseh and what he's been through. All comments are alleged. People are like, Manasseh never should have said anything. Because now we're finding out through Mr. Hill that this has been going on. His whole team was exposed with this video. And it's sad. Let's continue to play it. It gets deep, y'all.
Pastoring, traveling the road, working with me on Larry Reid Live. We maintained an ongoing sexual relationship. That, to my knowledge, only he, Shamako Bryant, and myself was aware of from 2005 to approximately 2017 when I cut off the sexual relationship. Shamako didn't like our relationship.
I mean, but you love both of us, but you decided him that didn't like our relationship.
More on Shamako later.
Woo.
Now you may ask, where did I get these audio clips from? Late night on January the 15th, 2023, Larry drove to my house to have a conversation with me months after him and I stopped communicating because he halted payment on an arrangement agreed upon for years of work I did during my 13 years of service with Larry, the Breakthrough Church, Breakthrough Temple, and all of the iterations thereof, including Larry Live. If you remember January the 15th, 2023, you may also remember Lavontre Andrews. He was being interviewed by Tasha K, premiering in parts on YouTube, but in full on her website that same night. That night, he texted me out of nowhere wanting to talk and saying he will pay.
So this is the biggest thing. They met up when that interview exposed Larry. And it's like Larry needed a friend. When you see it clicks off and they're talking in the car, he's recording Larry because he knows at some point he's going to want to utilize this because Larry's been saying this isn't happening, that isn't happening, dot, 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 dot. The Tasha K interview went viral. I want to give kudos to all the pages that's talking about this. The last few nights and last month, I was watching King Payne. King Payne has talked about this and has uncovered a lot of the alleged victims that have came out who have had alleged relationship time with Larry Reid. So if you don't know, go over to King Payne, go check out all his videos from last month, check out all his videos from this month, and you will be up to date of what's really going on. He even obtained a mayor's license. So Buddha, Mr. Hill, is taking all the content in especially from King Payne and others, and compiling it together. But mostly a lot of it from King Payne, but his own too, mostly his own. 80% of 90% of Mr. Hill's own. So let's continue to listen.
Pay me my money that he owes me.
Those are the text messages. Them meeting up. Are you outside? Yes, I'm outside. Then he gives him.
Now, one might feel it was hush money. However, he attributed his desire to talk to a dream he had, and he felt led to text me and to meet with me. Now, speaking of Levontre Andrews, let's go ahead and air this out real quick. If honest, Levontre and Larry would corroborate this one thing. I had no idea Levontre had accused Larry of molesting him 2 years later. To this day, I haven't received a clear answer from Larry or anyone in Larry's camp why no one told me, when I was literally the guy that handled all of the, or most of the fires rather, in the church.
So he was putting out the fires.
When Larry finally told me what happened around 2017 or something like that, 16 or 17, approximately 16 or 17, it was a very super generic story that I believed Levontre was lying, because I remember Levontre being a lying teenager in the church. So I just chucked it off and went.
So he says he remembers Levontre being a teenager that lied. He says teenager. If you go back, Larry Reid was trying to make it seem like he did not know him until he was, well, 17, 18. That would still be a teenager. So I guess I do get that. And then 19. So you could still be in your teens even up to 19, and then 20. So whether that's true or false or not, that's just a lot of information to give. Let's continue.
On about my business. After leaving the Larry Live community in 2018, someone prompted me, you need to go speak to Levontre. He feels like you helped Larry cover up his story. And I said, huh? So I reached out to Levontre just simply to let him know I didn't find out till many years later, only to realize that phone call brought me more than what I bargained for. Once Levontre gave me his side of the story, significant parts of it startled me because it mirrored the same sexual experiences I had with Larry Reid. See, Larry is a voyeur. He loves to see people naked. Delquan recounts a time that Larry purchased him new underwear and wanted to see him in the underwear. Levontre recounted a time where Larry asked him to clean up his room in his underwear. What Levontre didn't know up until now, and he still doesn't know, he's hearing this while you're hearing this, I knew he was telling the truth the whole time. Because I too was requested by Larry to do the exact same thing many a times. Although I wasn't there, I said to Larry, as it relates to Levontre, here's what I said to Larry. Either you did something to Levontre, or you provided the inappropriate details of your bedroom fetishes to a young member in the church. Either way, you are dirty, dog, wrong.
One of the things that always bothers me about this Levontre is one thing and one thing only. When I talked to him back in 17, 18, he said something that was eerily similar to our experience. And I asked you about it, and you said that you told him some stuff, and yada, yada, yada. So, in my mind, even if that was just that, there was already a line crossed. Do you think maybe you can just let him have this and just let him fizzle out? It's so interesting to see. Then what we're talking about in the car, and Marco said, I know y'all gonna be talking about other stuff. He said, but you need to ask Nixon what he thinks and stuff like this. Nixon good what to do. But I don't think that would bode well in court, because that admission could be seen as, well, if he was having an improper relationship with the assistant, why couldn't he have an improper relationship with the drummer? So that's a lie.
It shouldn't have happened. And I told Larry explicitly, leave that boy alone. Now let me go deeper. No abuser operates alone, right? He or she always has a network of people to help them be who and how they are, which is a monster. No abuser operates alone. There is always a network of people aiding and hiding their secrets and abetting in their schemes and dirty work. If you know you are or were a part of such a network, get out while you can. Shamako Bryant, though he appears nice, is not innocent. In my opinion, you know what's worse than someone who stabs you in the back? That same person who hides the knife and helps you clean the wound. Shamako and Larry were boyfriends before I even got in the picture in 2003, and in my opinion, still maintain some sort of romantic understanding or committed relationship. For those who were around in the church days, Mako moved out, and right after he moved out to his own apartment, I moved in to Larry's house. Mako did not like the fact that I was there because he knew Larry would eventually not keep his hands to himself, and he couldn't do anything about it. So guess who had to pay for it because he could not control Larry? I did. Shamako found out about Larry and I when I told him in 2005 during a ride back from Raleigh to Fayetteville, and here is how it happened. Prior to that, Mako and I, wanting to see each other naked, met at the then church musician's house, Antoine Shepard, while he was out of town. Mako, for whatever reason, had a key to Antoine's house, so we went there, stripped naked.
Allegedly.
We were young and dumb, giddy and childish, but hey, we did it. I thought it was a good time. We didn't touch each other at the time. We just saw each other naked. However, what I thought was Mako being fun and my friend, in reality was him fishing for information on whether or not Larry and I was having sex. He was willing to do anything to find out. And of course, I told it, because at the time I didn't know any better. Mako, as late as 2021, is still the same way, sneaky and sexually deviant. Yes, we flirted. I'm not a superstar in this. He fondled me all the time, playing around, touching me in areas he shouldn't touch me.
Allegedly.
We've exchanged nudes.
Allegedly.
The Thursday before the Reformation experience in 2021, Mako masturbated in front of me.
Allegedly.
On FaceTime whilst I watched.
Can't confirm or deny.
He asked me of my thoughts of a foursome between Larry, Kendall, Locklear, and myself. He said it was a fantasy of his. Well, I guess that's a fivesome or quadruplet or whatever. It's five. He even admitted by being caught by Nathan Locklear's now incarcerated son Day at a gay meetup spot off of Cheshire Bridge Road. Is Mako sweeter acting, portraying way more innocent in comparison to Larry Reid? Yes. But is he worse than Larry Reid, if you ask me? Absolutely. Now, I need to stop to say sorry to Latrice and Lisa. While at this time you both were being dogged by your ex-husbands for what y'all did or were doing, they did it first and literally continued to do it right up under your noses.
And he was going in like, only thing we got in common is X, Y, Z, and this, right, this. And I'm like, what are you talking about? That's not a good look. And the way you try to say, I'm the queen of the family, that was degrading. It was disrespectful.
The reality is that their timeline makes no sense to me.
So right now what we're going to see, I have to stop and play it. Right now what we're going to see, many people have talked about Larry gaslighting his ex-wife for what she was doing and how she was acting. They came out with the show around the time in regards to a victim coming out speaking about the concerns. That's when the show came out. I don't think they were getting as many views. I don't even think the show still airs. So right now you're going to see that people are meeting up. The whole family's meeting up. And then you're going to see Mako behind Larry. And you're going to see the son's eyes like, why are we here with this adult content stuff? So you see Buddha, he's at the head, sitting down talking with the whole family. So Larry wanted to take the information about his ex-wife. She lives with him. But he's paying out, allegedly, I'm not going to go there. She lives with him to help with their daughters. They have daughters. Many people are saying that his staff was very close to him and helping him raise the children. So let's listen in, and you're going to see that people are saying Larry continues to allegedly lie. He wants to gaslight Lisa for what he's doing on the table. You're going to have to hear what Buddha says, because Lisa thought Larry was cheating, but he kept telling her, no. Buddha says, Lisa, you should have sent me those same messages you were sending everybody else, and I would have told you the truth. Wow.
When they say the relationship started and the issues with Mako and Latrice's relationship, it's very strange. Because in my opinion, before we moved from North Carolina, this may not be true, but in my mind, they were already in a relationship under Mako's nose. So in my mind, I feel like they're not truthful, but they could be telling their truth. But from the outside looking in, it looks like you're grown enough to look back and see when this relationship started. Now, what you're telling us sounds good, but the reality is there was a connection, something drawn between y'all before then, because she was spending a lot of time over there. And even from a professional standpoint, Felicia brought a broken relationship with her daughters to our church to be fixed. And Latrice was supposedly one of the keys. That's why her and Felicia was connected. But when I began to notice something else going on, I told Latrice and Shamako in North Carolina a long time ago, I said, keep them at your house. I said, because there's something with lesbian doesn't connect to them. And I even put Felicia under that same, for lack of a better word, spirit, because that's how I was communicating then. It was you and another woman while you married. That should have never been. But it was, and that's okay. So when they tell this story like it's squeaky clean, I don't know who y'all want to believe that. I don't believe it.
Let's talk about Kendall. Kendall is the same. Complicit and just a sexual promiscuous.
Oh, allegedly.
I've seen, Kendall, I've seen you with my own eyes nude. You sent a nude to Mako. Mako showed it to me. It was a side profile of you with your back arched and you're on all fours on your bed looking at the camera. I saw it. You know you took it. You didn't send it to me. How did Mako get it? Right. According to Mako, Kendall was caught sending his nudes all over Miami. When caught, Larry wouldn't fire him, according to what Mako told me, because Kendall knew too much. It was a liability to keep him and a liability to fire him. I told you this network is dirty, dark, and deviant. Nathan Locklear, I want to apologize for what I'm going to say next, but
allegedly,
your business has been broadcasted to Mako, Kendall, and myself by, I guess at the time it was Apostle Reid, maybe it was Larry. He shared.
Okay, this is where I have to stop the video, because he's going to show pictures of a person. I don't want that to be on this video at all, because then it becomes he's exposing everyone. He's exposing the hotel, people being at the hotel, and then the camera cuts off and he's exposing people's tattoos, and he's basically saying you are going to know that this is your body. And he's going to talk about who was in friendships with Larry. I can't confirm or deny if there's anything that happened outside of a friendship. So let's make that very clear. Like I mentioned, go over to Terrell's page, watch his whole video, say space with Terrell, and then you'll see the whole video. I just wanted to cover it because I told y'all. I told y'all. I told y'all last month more is coming out. I told y'all. And everybody's like, oh, she's such a small page. How does she know? Because I was watching King Pain the whole time. Well wishes. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. And hit the notification bell. And everyone, have a great day. Be safe. Be careful of some of these churches that are saying different things. Watch your daughters, watch your sons. Don't let them be with anybody by themselves. If people come over to your house for prayer, don't let anybody go outside of the living room. People shouldn't even be in your home. Make sure it's at the church. Make sure your children, if they're at the children's church, if there's a brother or sister, they go and they stay together. He has to go to the bathroom, she stands outside the door. She has to go to the bathroom, he stands outside the door. Make sure they're always together, never apart. It's sad. It's not a children thing. This is grown men having relations, and they're taking and getting funds from the community, and they're living off that money, and they're having trips and doing different things. And that's what this is about. He's telling how Larry is utilizing the funds, and allegedly there's marriages that were set up by Larry, and people are just rolling with allegedly what Larry wants. That's the also concerning part. But go over there and check out the whole video, y'all. This is where I have to stop because I don't want those pictures on my page, and I ain't trying to get striked. So, well wishes. Thanks for tuning in. This will not get monetized, so please donate to the channel. Thanks for always being here, supportive, always positive in the comments. I really appreciate you guys. Are you surprised that he got exposed? Be safe, be kind. Not all churches are like this. Not all people are like this. Like I said before, all comments are alleged. I can't confirm or deny any information that's being said. He got receipts. So what he's saying is what his thoughts and feelings are. So this is his opinion and his opinion only. Go over, check his receipts, and you can verify if others will file a lawsuit, not file a lawsuit. And this is the other thing. People are saying if he tries to sue any pages, they're going to make sure that they request his health documents, being Larry Reid, in regards to his children, because if he tries to say Buddha did XYZ, he's going to say, okay, if you felt that he did something in regards to your family, why didn't you file a police report? So that's the concerning part too. But well wishes. Well wishes. I'm hoping everyone's pages will be fine, and Mr. Hill will be fine, and I guess he was just tired of it, and he wanted to expose everything he felt that he should expose. His opinion only, can't confirm or deny all the information, even though there's receipts with it. Fair use. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use. Have a great day, everyone. Be safe.